What if you could learn to play sharps or naturals in violin music in just 10 minutes? For most violin players that seems like an almost impossible task. But all you need to know is these couple of simple steps that I will share with you very shortly. And you will be able to work out every next piece that you're learning, regardless of how many sharps or naturals or even flats it might have. Hello everyone, I'm Henriette from Pro-Am Strings. Welcome to the All for Strings course. In this lesson we are using exercise 146 on page 39 in your book. And before we get going, let's first have a good look at the music together. And we're practicing this A section here in the finger twisters exercise. And before we can play it, we have to look at the key signature. And the key signature is this section here where you can see the treble clef. Now, sometimes you have got sharps or flats added to your treble clef, but in this case we have got nothing, no sharps or flats at all. And that means we're going to play every note as a natural, and a natural note is just a note which letter doesn't add a sharp or a flat. So let's think about what our notes are called. And when I start here, we're starting on a D, E, F, and this is the note that we want to think about today. Up to this point, we have most of the time played F sharps. And when we played F sharps, we had a space between fingers 1 and 2. Now when we turn this F sharp into an F like we have here, the second finger comes close to the first finger. That means that between E and F there is no space between your fingers. So your fingers are close together between E and F. Now let's have a look at this second section here. We play D, E, and then we can see this hashtag which is a sharp, and now we're playing an F sharp. And that means that your F has been raised to an F sharp, and it means that your fingers are going to be a half step apart. So there is a space between your first and second fingers there. Now the hashtags or the sharps are always placed in front of a note. So while we say F sharp, we write it sharp F, which is a bit of a strange discrepancy really, isn't it? But just so you know that the sharp refers to the note that comes after it. So let's play this section now, shall we? And I'm going to play this very slowly with long bows, and we're going to listen to the tuning really carefully. So we're still just playing the A section here. 3, 4. That is how it sounds. Well done, very good. And this really improves your playing if you know the difference between F and F sharp. Now in your music you can see the letters L2, which stands for low second finger, and H2, which stands for high second finger. And when your finger is lower, it means it is close together because your note sounds lower compared with when your finger is high 2. In other words, it sounds higher. An F sharp is a semitone higher than an F. Let's play it one more time. And awesome. Let's have a look at the B section next. We're going to look at this B section now, and one thing that you need to know is that whenever you get a bar line, all the accidentals, that means sharps or flats or whatever you've got, anything that was added to your music earlier has been cancelled. So on the bar line, we're back to what our key signature tells us, which is no sharps at all. So when we're playing the B section, we're playing D, E, F, so that is your low second finger, G, but now that our second finger was low, there is a gap between fingers 2 and 3. So mind that your second finger and your third finger have got a space between them, which is unlike how we used to do it, where we had a space between fingers 1 and 2, remember, and fingers 2 and 3 were together. So we used to play fingers 2 and 3 together, but look what happens to the gap between my fingers when I move my second finger down. Can you see the gap changes as well? So this is how you used to play, with the gap between fingers 1 and 2. And now we're moving the second finger down, and you've got a gap between fingers 2 and 3. So let's continue our reading now. Now when we're into the second bar of section B, we have got F sharp. So now you've raised the second finger. G, when you've got a raised second finger, the third finger comes immediately by its side. And now it says a natural, and a natural sign cancels what has gone before. So this cancels the sharp. So we're having an F again here, not an F sharp. So you lower your second finger again so that it comes next to the first finger. And then we've got a third finger. Now the position of the third finger hasn't changed, so between fingers 2 and 3 here at the end, we have got a gap again. Let's play this, shall we? And again we're playing very slowly, thinking about the letter names of the notes as you play. 3, 4. Let's repeat it again. This is called finger twister, but actually it's a brain teaser, isn't it? Amazing. And have you noticed that all my fingers are still on the string? I'm very, very mindful not to lift up fingers that I have just played before. I leave them on the string all the time. Let's have a look at the next section now. So here at section C, we've just had a bar line, so everything is cancelled and we're playing according to what the key signature tells us, which is no sharp at all. So we're starting on D, E, F natural. So this F here, the first F of this bar, is actually like the key signature has told us, no sharp. So therefore it's an F natural. Then the next note, F sharp, is affected by the sharp immediately to the left. Remember, this was sharp F. F sharp, you raise your second finger. F natural, lower your second finger again. So your second finger is close to the first finger at this point. Then the next note tells us F sharp. Your second finger at this point was already next to the first finger. You slide it so a gap appears between fingers 1 and 2. F natural again. Lower that second finger. And then F sharp again, so you raise it again at the end of the bar. Let's play this, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's repeat this C section as well. And now we've got our D section, let's see if we can work that out and play it in one go without thinking about it. Remember, at the bar line, everything's brought back to the key signature. So all accidentals are cancelled at the bar line. This is section D now. 3, 4. Repeat it. Try to leave your first finger down, but also leave your second finger down even while you slide it. You slide it on the string rather than hopping it. pattern playing. Really well done. And you notice that when you take a moment to think about what the music actually tells you, it is not all that daunting or challenging. And when you follow this course, you will find that step by step you become more confident in reading the notes and what they are called, and when you know what they're called, you will know how to play them. Why don't you write in the comment section below this video today to let us all know how this went for you. Was it very challenging, or was it actually quite manageable? Thank you so much. I've been very honoured to share this practice with you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.